Okay, hello. Now, we're going to revisit an ancient archetype that we used to play. We used to be big fans of this on this channel, Song of the Peepos. It's modern Song of Creation. There's a lot going on here that's different than before. Summoner's Pact to loop Endurances and Wild Cantors is really sick. This is Caster's innovation on the deck. It's a great innovation. We're going to see how it goes. So basically, Song of Creation, you cast a bunch of zeros. In Modern, you don't have LEDs and stuff to generate you mana. So your mana generation comes off an offer you can't refuse. So you cast a 0 or a Pact of Negation, then you offer you can't refuse the packs or the Summoner's Pact or the whatever. And then you just keep looping, and that's how you do it. With this is your only mana generation in the deck. This card generates mana, and then other than that, you just use this to basically cycle Wild Cantors and use zeros and stuff like that. So let's try this list, see how it goes, see if we like it, see what we don't like about it. To me, initially, it just looks like there's not enough like zeros to just cast for free value, but we'll see. I guess you have the endurances; these are kind of free to cast, so we'll see how the list plays. And this list is 5-0'd from Samurai Fun, so they're just out here having fun, running around gut-shotting people, grape-shotting people for 1 million. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna grape-shot some people. Here we go. Modern. Alright, so Nazart. This dude usually plays horseshit decks. Hey. This was the guy who invented Black-White Scam. This guy crushed me with Black-White Scam 1,000,000 times. So I'm angry. Alright, so what do we want to do here? I guess we can bauble ourselves. We're probably not bobbling. We're probably just going to Visions. Black-White Tradebinder Gamer. Dude, this dude kicked my ass with Black-White Tradebinder. Alright, so we don't need the Summoner's Pact. We probably don't need this second land, to be honest. We need to just find song. I need to find song I can sing. Oh, they're playing good deck now. Uh-oh. Okay, so I could play the Pentad Prism on 2. Or I can Bauble Scry myself. I think I'm probably just scrying myself. Let's see what we're drawing. We're drawing a land. I don't want a land. Let's get a island. No, we probably should probably get a forest. 1, 2, Pentad Prism. Done. Okay. Hopefully this resolves and doesn't get spell pierced. Alright. Well, we can never beat any sort of control deck. Oh, we're going to gutshot the shit out of this Ragavan. Oh, play Ragavan. Yes. Oh, shit. Gotta turn off auto yield. Ha. Bop. Get fucked. Okay. So, I would like to cast the Summoner's Pact, but... Oh, I don't miss this part about this deck. The doing nothing. Mismatched basics. Oh my god. Excuse me. I think we've lost this game. I don't think we can ever beat blue, red, or whatever the fuck they're playing. Alright. Pentad Prism. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bro, you suck. Alright. It's even worse, because we're waiting on 2 lands. That's true. I should clean it up. I don't think we can win this match in a million years. Spell Pierce is hard to beat. At least they didn't Spell Pierce our Song of Creation. Alright, what do we need to do? Are we Engineering Explosives on 1 or Engineering Explosives on 2? We haven't even drawn a Song of Creation. Very frustrating. What are you drawing? You're drawing a Ragavan. If I put this Song of Creation on 1, if I play this on 1, they get to connive. But it might be too late for me. My time here is already at an end. Pact of Negation. The perfect draw. The perfect draw. I think that if I were to rig myself Ancestral, I guess I could win if I could put an Ancestral Recall on top of my deck. But this does not feel good. Alright, I think we pack it in here. We pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. Alright, what do we want? We don't need Surgical. We probably want Veil of Summers. Endurances. What is not going to be good? What's not going to be good? I guess we want the Gut Shot too. Do we want the Gut Shot? I mean, Gut Shot kills Ragavan. We could actually have the Surgicals. Surgical does have an impact here. What are we cutting? I think we want explosives. I think we can cut impulses. And I guess we could shave Pact of Negation since we have Veils. That's probably kind of a dumb idea. But sitting with a bunch of packs in our hand kind of made me feel like an idiot. So let's do this. But no, I guess we have to actually win the counter war. I don't know. We're just going to play an Endurance and beat them. So we have no Song of Creation, so we should mulligan. Alright, we have the Song. Keep. We'll put back Offer. Alright. So we have to be aware of Blood Moon. Yeah. You're probably right. You're probably right. We're just going to play a little slow and steady this game. Wild Cantor. They gonna bolt that? The wildest Cantor. Yep. Don't want any of these cards. Don't want any of these cards. I just want to land. Just want to land. Just holding this up. Perfect. I guess maybe I was supposed to take Pentad Prism, but that card's kind of shitty. Walks into Spell Pierce too hard. I would take one. We'll take one from the bird all day. They're probably sitting with a bunch of expressive iterations they can't cast. Ragavan. Okay. Well, we have answers to that. Okay, well, we'll crack this Misty for something and Gutshot the Ragavan. Alright, we're going to boink, boink, boink. If we crack... Alright, well, I'll just take the one then. Sure. I'm afraid to, like, crack this and get a Shockland and then have them slam Blood Moon and then have me locked out of colors, right? That's why we're not cracking this. Okay. Yields. Alright. We could have jammed a Song of Creation into their open mana, but there's no way they don't have a counterspell. So we'll just sit here. We'll just sit here and we'll cast Song. Am I fetching? No, I don't think I'm fetching yet. They're discarding. What are they discarding? They discarded a counterspell. Is that right? Did I just see that? That they discarded a counterspell? Interesting. Interesting. I'm just going to wait. If they're discarding counterspells, like, what the fuck? What the actual F? Okay. I'll just let them keep discarding counterspells. What is their hand that they're discarding counterspells? That's a little scary. A little alarming. Alright, now we're going to go. Now we got them. Alright, so let's crack this. Let's get a red source. Tapped. Okay. Untap. Summoner's Pact. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Wow, we were geniuses for not cutting Pact of Negations. We're so smart. And here we go. We got lucky that they had nothing. Alright, so we're going to have to work hard on this. Okay, Song of Creation. Step number 1. Summoners a Pact. Oh shit, this is the wrong one. Huh, fuck. Alright, we're going to get an Endurance with this. I meant to cast Pact of Negation. That might cost us the game here. Endurance. So let's cast Pact of Negation. Alright. So this resolves. So step number 1 is we Gutshot Ragavan. Alright. Always yield. Turn off auto yield. So Ragavan dies. So now turn off auto yields. So, okay. We have a blue. We need a blue for our offer you can't refuse, right? So we're going to play this on blue for offer you can't refuse. So now we need to Endurance, pitch the Song of Creation. We have to kill them this turn because I fucked up. Endurance, pitch this. Okay. Alright, so Endurance resolves. And we want to put this thing here. So we want it to die. And we want it to get shuffled in our deck. We want all these cards shuffled in our deck. Now we want to cast the other Endurance. Pitch this. Draw 2. Okay, now we're off to the races. Because we still have a land drop. Alright, so same thing. We want to target ourselves first. So the evoke thing dies. And then this goes into our deck. So now we can play this land. Now we can play explosives on 0. Done. Draw 2. Okay, so now we can just loop the Summoner's Pacts. Alright, so we'll keep this on the stack, right? You want to keep this on the stack, so that way if we draw the blue spell that lets us do whatever the fuck it's called, if we draw an offer you can't refuse, we can counter this. So now we'll cast this. Draw 2. So this will get another Endurance. Get an Endurance. Now we can cast an Endurance, pitch the Song of Creation, draw 2. So we want the Endurance to come down. We want to do target ourselves first to shuffle our stuff back in. Invoke dies. This goes in. So now this resolves. There's nothing we can do about it. So here we can get a free spell with the Pentad Prism, where we go black, red, Pentad Prism. 1, 2. Done. Draw. Okay. Alright, so now we can remove a counter from the charge thing. Cast a Wild Cantor. Triggers. Okay, so there's our first offer you can't refuse. So let's sack this for a blue. Let's cast the Bauble. Cast the Bauble. Draw 2. Now we're using offer you can't refuse on the Bauble. Draw. So this, now we have netted 2 mana. And we have popped off. They're at 14. Yeah, we got this now. Obviously we had it the whole time, but you know. Alright, cast this. So we only need to cast 1 or 2 more spells. 1 if we want to be safe. So remove a charge counter. Cast this. 1, 2. Done. Pentad Prism is kind of a really good addition. Alright, so now 16, 16, so we'll just remove a counter. Remove a counter. Grapeshot you. Yield to the turn. Okay. We are, in fact, winning. Not only are we winning, but we have them dead. Not only do we win, but they're dead. We got incredibly lucky that their hand was trash. Lucky your hand was trash. I got lucky. I got lucky. Alright. So, what do we do? What do we do? We probably want the Pact of Negations back in the deck. So, the problem with the Surgicals, they have so many different types. They have Spell Pierce, Spell Snare, Counterspell, Mystical Dispute, right? We can't rely on Surgical to get their lands. What are we cutting? What do we cut? If we need all these cards, what do we cut? Well, yeah, but I'm just saying that, like, trying to use Surgical proactively to strip some of their counterspells, it would wreck a Pentad Prism. Do we just cut Pentad Prisms? What cards do we cut out of this? Snapback's used for, you can bounce endurances and stuff with Snapback. I'm trying to think what cards we cut. Is it Serum Visions? Serum Visions seems kind of important. It's our only, like, draw. Maybe we can just cut the Pentad Prisms. These were in the deck. These were in the main, but I cut them to, like, have room for Veils. Alright, we'll try cutting the Pentad Prism. I really don't want that to be Spell Pierced, I guess. Alright, we have the Song of Creation. We have the Force of Negations. We just have to get to the mana to cast this, and then we're good. It's interesting to see the Barkchannels in Modern. Alright, well, that's not good for us. That's really bad for us, actually. Alright, we're gonna... Alright, so we're gonna Bauble. We're gonna Bauble ourselves. Let's see if we can get a Gut Shot. Another Bauble. I think we need to play an Engineering Explosives on 1 to deal with this Ragavan. Okay, maybe this is too greedy, but Gut Shot? No. No Gut Shot. The problem is if this card hits our Grapeshot, we're just dead. We just, like, literally lose the game. And I know that's a small chance that it does that, but it's going to happen. It has happened before when I played this deck, and it will probably happen again. Just because of the nature of how this world works sometimes. Okay, so we're going to play Barkchannel Pathway on green here, and then we're going to pass the turn. Draw. play you on green. And we'll just middle of combat pop the Ragavan. And that should buy us a bunch of time. The Shredder's a threat, but it's not as big of a threat as some of the other cards. Okay. Expressive Iteration. Sure. We have to think about Blood Moon in the back of our heads. We have to keep Blood Moon, like, a big part of how we decide to play this matchup. Bolt me. They want that connive. They want that connive. And I get it. Alright, so we're taking 3. We're going to 11 here. And we're popping the Ragamuffin. Pop, pop, muffin. Pop your muffin. No more bluffing with your muffin. Alright, so now... No, perfect. Perfect. Now we draw the fucking Grapeshot. Alright, let's do Serum Visions here. We don't need the other Song of Creation. Because we have the 2 packs. The question is, do we need this Scalding Tarn? No, the Scalding Tarn just gets Island, which we already have. We would need something that would fetch a forest. We could use this to Bauble ourselves, but I think we're just better off getting another card. So now we'll cast... Actually, we need a red mana. We need a red mana, so we have to cast this Bauble, unfortunately. This does give them a connive, which I probably shouldn't have done. But... I made a mistake there. I didn't realize I didn't have red. While I was looking for that, I was like, yes, I should have kept that. That was a mistake. I'm sorry. Should have kept that land. I should have kept that land. I didn't. I was like, I thought we had a bunch of lands in our hand, so I was like, we didn't need the land, but yes, we needed the land. That was bad. That was bad. I looked at my hand and I saw a bunch of lands. I was like, oh, we don't need that. And I was like, oh, I guess we do need that. So we're going to lose because of that. All right, well, we have a gut shot here, which is pretty good. Another connive. I think in response to this, I'm going to gut shot the Ragavan. That was bad. All right. We'll draw red. We get 2 draws here. Or 1 draw. 3 Ragavans gone. Alright. So we need to draw red. Endurance. Endurance is okay. I fucked up. I fucked up very badly this game. I'm sorry. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Remember earlier when I said that I can't do a subathon because my brain goes to mush? This is second league and my brain's already at mush. Yields. Yeah, we could have done that too. We could have done a lot of different things here. We could have done a lot of different things. But, I mean, we could still just block with the endurance. We still got some time. Another turn, anyway. We have 1 more turn to draw something good. 1, 2, 3. Cast. You guys are very... Oh, we're just dead to this, right? I'm at 5. What am I missing? I would die to this. And if they have like a counterspell, then I'd die to that. So I wanted to save that to protect that. But it's because if I like pack this, blow this, and they just counter this, I die. So, I mean, we're dead regardless. Yeah, we fucked that game up. Alright. We fucked that game up. We fucked that game up. But if I did pack this, and they had anything, I would have lost. Because I needed that endurance to resolve. But we fucked that up. Fucked that up very badly. Alright, we'll keep this. We'll keep this. That was not a good start. Not a good start to the deck. We could have beat them very easily, probably. They only had 3 cards in their hand, though. So, if we got to the red, we would have been able to do it. But I just needed to keep the Tarn. That was my mistake. I do not need that Steam Vent. So, we are going to get a Breeding Pool. The next turn, we'll play the Pentad Prism. I mean, maybe I should have mulliganed this hand because we need the thing. But what's up? I guess we'll just get a forest and play the Oh, not like that. Not like that. Pentad Prism. Play the Pentad Prism. Rizza, thank you. Thank you, Rizza. I'm sorry. I was in the middle of getting yelled at by my chat. Well, hello, Rizza. How are you? You're playing the Dingaling. Colony Garden. What is our opponent up to? Our opponent's up to some spiciness, too. Alright, so let's go Bauble. Let's do our little scrying. Because you're up too late watching PT's chat. I guess that card's better than nothing. So I guess we just play this. I guess that card digs us pretty deep. Yeah, we're playing Glimpse. We'll be able to offer Glimpse and then Surgical it. So that should be a pretty big game for us. 8:30 p.m. 9:30. Yeah, but that's like, it's like Aussie time, so it's probably like 4 in the morning. Normal people time. So you probably stayed up too late. Okay, so they don't want to Glimpse. Alright, let's get red mana so I don't fuck myself over this time. Tapped. Untap. Cast Serum Visions. Uh-oh. Bottom. I guess we top this. It's probably our best dig spell. Yield to turn. We can actually Pact of Negation. We can actually play a Pact of Negation. Uh-oh. Should I turn off F6? Are they gonna... No, I don't need to turn off F6. Alright. I'm kind of curious as to what they're up to. They suspended a Glimpse of tomorrow. Alright, well, we know what they're up to. We know they're up to just Glimpse. I thought it'd be a little bit more exciting than that, to be honest. But I guess not. Alright, let's dig. Dig. Okay, we don't need bottom and bottom. Play. I guess we're just holding everything. Well, we're 18 cards deep into our deck with multiple scries, multiple whatever, and we are not being successful. So it's okay. You can't always succeed all the time. Perfect. Good. Well, the good news is we'll be able to Pact of Negation the thing and Surgical it when they go to do another one. Glimpse of tomorrow. Next turn, the Glimpse comes off. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. I could crack this now, or I could save it for a Bauble Scry if I draw a Bauble, so I'll probably save it for a Bauble Scry. Okay, here we go. Bonk. Cast Song of Creation. Deck's great. What a great deck. Now the question is, what do they have that could mess with this? Do they have anything that can mess with this? Oh, they do not. Okay, so step number 1. Let's crack this and get something out of the deck. Let's get some land out of the deck. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're casting Violent Outburst. Okay. Alright. You should have probably done this in response to the creation. Oh, they're the big crazy version of the deck. Look at all the cards that we exiled. They exiled all the big scary monsters. Monsters. Scary, scary monsters. Pact of Negation. Okay. So now that gets countered. Okay. So now can I have my fetch land, please? Let's get the fetch land. Bonk. Let's play this land. Let's crack this. I just want to get all the lands out of the deck. So the deck's nice and juicy now. Now it will be very juicy. So I think we'll start off with a surgical on their glimpses. Because we can. Because we can. Alright, let's get the glimpses out of there. And let's take a looky-loo. What do you got? You got Omniscient? Oh, you're just mono friggin' giant monstrosities. Alright, we'll get out of here. Get out of here. Your hand is irrelevant. Okay. So now we just Cantor. Now we're just digging, you know. We have everything we need. Cast. Get an endurance. I guess we cast. Get another endurance. Get another endurance. Maybe I was supposed to get the one Papega guy there, or the little guy. Maybe I was supposed to get Cantor there. But I don't think it matters what I do at this point, to be honest. Play this. Cast this. I need to offer one of these cards eventually. Get some mana out of it. Okay. Draw. Draw. Now we cast sack. Oh. See how easy that is to like sack this and then undo it? Tell me they can't fucking do that for Wall of Roots. Fuck off. Alright. Do that. Draw 2. Now we're just gonna go gut shot. I guess if we gut shot them, it's just one less storm we need to cast. The good thing about this version of the deck is that you basically don't really... Alright, well, let's Pact of Negation that. Bop, bop, bop. We just should dig it. There's the Grapeshot. There's Grapeshot. We could draw more, we could do more, but we can just kill them. Die, please. Die 15. Okay. So our opponent's in this sauce over there. So what do we want against our opponent? What do we want? Surgical is after the fact, which isn't necessarily as good. Engineer explosives on 0 blows up all their zeros, but that doesn't really matter. Yeah, I miss LED. I miss LED too. I guess we can have surgicals in the deck. Surgical doesn't really do anything. I honestly don't even think we need to sideboard, really. Yeah, it works. You have to work extra hard. You have to work pretty hard with this list. I think we just submit the way it is. Yeah, like none of these cards really didn't have any counter spells, so like what's Veil gonna do? What do we do if we don't see the song? Yep. Seen a lot of Yogglist drop Messenger in favor of other civilians. These are hard to cast a clunky, do you think? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're a deck that's playing 8 tutors, and the card just kills people. So I think it's great. I think it's great. Other people, like, I think the core of Yawgmoth is so strong that whatever flex slots you don't play don't really matter. And what does matter is your reps and aptitude with seeing the lines and having a strategy and having like a sound plan. And I think that what cards you play don't really matter, and the only thing that matters is your time with the deck and your skill with the deck. Am I dead to that? Am I just fucking dead to that? I guess we have Engineered Explosives on 4. I mean, everybody plays the deck differently. Over the weekend, on Saturday, I just killed like so many people with Messenger. You know what I mean? Everybody plays the deck differently. I don't like Hapatra. I feel like... Obviously, I don't like Hapatra. Bottom top. Obviously, I don't like Hapatra, but I think Messenger... Like, I don't know. I think that people who play other cards besides Messenger, like Innkeeper and stuff like that... Like, the thing with Innkeeper, right, is, like, the decks that we lose to are playing Ren and 6 and Fury. Right? And you'll never convince me... Like, beating up on decks that... The decks that Innkeeper is good against, we're already very good against. Right? It's win more. It's win more, and it's in these corner case scenarios. Like, I've watched people cord for that card when you can... Alright, well... I think we're in trouble here. Bottom top, I guess. Put this into play tapped. Right? I disagree. A lot of burn. Then play fucking Shieldred. Don't play Innkeeper. I mean, how many times you lose? Like, a local meta is one thing, but I'm not trying to beat, like, an F&M. I'm trying to beat, like, a challenge. Yeah. Like, if you want to beat burn, then play fucking Shieldreds in your sideboard. You know? Don't play a 1-1. Like... The decks that are beating us, the decks that are beating Yawgmoth are playing Ren and 6, are playing Fury, are playing Sweepers. You know what I mean? You know, like, the Innkeeper and, those cards don't really help. So I am very anti-Innkeeper. Like, if I was going to play against softball cushy decks all day, then I would play, those cards, but I'm not. Okay, so what's happening here? They're leyline binding my Cantor. I guess I could sack it. Also, given the nature of their deck and how they, are going to eventually probably living in this, I guess I just sack it, right? Impulse. It's not almost unwinnable. No, it's not. You don't think of it like that. That's a negative way to think about it. It is winnable. I played like 20-something games with Dingo, and we're like 10-10, right? The trick for the matchup is their deck sucks, so you're going to get a bunch of free wins. It just feels really bad when they have the Nutter Butter. The trick is Thoughtseize and play slow. Thoughtseize and play slow is the trick to beating that deck. Yeah. No, Dingo beat me. Like, he only won by we did a money match for $100, and he only won by having a random board wipe in the sideboard that he doesn't even play anymore. That he just mised in for me. Yeah, cheating. Cheating is how he won. No, that's not true. He did beat me. But Well, I guess we're doing this. No, he did beat me. Fair and square. The issue I have is that if your deck is playing Fury and you still need to have board wipes, then what are you doing? Alright, we're drawing another Song of Creation. So, that's my take on it, is that Innkeeper and like Hapatra and stuff bully a bunch of decks we already bully. Alright, well, turn off auto yields. So bullying decks and beating up on decks that we already beat up on, that's like pointless. The cards that we should be playing, the flex slots that we should be playing, beat decks we don't beat. Alright, so we can let this resolve, or we can pact it and then pay for the pact. I guess I'll just pact it. I don't really want to die today. I wanted to look for a offer you can't refuse, so we could offer a thing. That's why I played it. Yeah. I really like to punch up on Hammer, so I need my Innkeeper so I can dunk on Hammer. The deck that doesn't play removal. Alright. Well, here we go. If they kill our Pentad Prism, we're dead. Alright. Let's see what they got. Emrakul. They leyline binding our Pentad Prism, and we lose the game. Alright, well. I don't know how to feel about this. So this deck has no answers to leyline binding, or Veil of Summer. That's good to know. I guess we can engineer explosives if we get going enough. Maybe we want the surgicals, so we can like just counter it and get rid of it. We could probably cut Cantors. I guess Cantor is important. Let's cut Impulse, I guess. And maybe... Yeah. Alright, let's try this. That was pretty bad. Should feel bad. No. Yeah, but Hapatra winning the Amulet matchup... Like, I watched someone cord for Hapatra in the Amulet matchup when they could have just got Giralf's Messenger and literally killed the opponent. They're like, oh, I have a Young Wolf. This is a streamer. I watched this. They had a Young Wolf, and they're like, oh, I'm going to get Hapatra now, so I just kill all their things. And they literally could have killed them with the Giralf's Messenger. Like, people get so tunnel visioned on Hapatra. Yes, that's true. If you have Yawgmoth plus Hapatra, you can kill all their creatures. But if you have Yawgmoth, Hapatra, Young Wolf, you can kill all their creatures. But if you have Yawgmoth, Hapatra, Giralf's Messenger, you just kill them. So, like, what's better? You know, it's pretty silly. I've watched it happen where people are like, oh, well, I'm just gonna kill their creatures. I don't need to kill them. I'll just kill their creatures. Exactly. The win rates against Hapatra or against Amulet are crazy. Because you know what beats Amulet? Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize beats Amulet. Thoughtseize, Force of Vigors, those cards beat Amulet. Amulet also beats itself, right? But Force of Vigors, those cards beat Amulet. If you want to beat Amulet, play Force of Vigors and Thoughtseizes. You know? The deck's bringing in 4 Dismembers, so Magus isn't going to do shit. But, you know, yes, Hapatra plus Yawgmoth plus Undying Creature beats them. But yeah, so does Yawgmoth plus thing, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to save this for our song turn, I think. Well, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to blow up. This is going to be hard to do. Because we have to blow this up. Right? So I guess we just play this now. And then next turn we can go play land, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, their Glimpse does get rid of it, but like... Yeah. Yeah, it's dumb. Just play Necromentia. Right? Like, here you go. Here's Magus. Right? Magus is good versus... it's okay here. It's good here. It's good here. It's okay here, but it's okay. It's not good against any other deck. Whereas Necromentia is good here, 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 here. It's the best thing you can do against this deck, right? You know, and then you go down to these bullshit decks, right? And then Necromentia becomes like, how do you beat Belcher? I died on turn 2 and turn 3 to Belcher. I died to Scapeshift over the weekend. I died to Belcher. I died to Scapeshift. I died to fucking... I mean, I'm playing Glimpse combo right now. You know, I played against Tameshi. I played against Gabriel Nassif playing fucking Tameshi over the weekend. In the 3-0 bracket, right? Like, what the fuck? You know, there's all these random decks that... Jeskai Ascendancy, right? There's all these random decks that Necromentia is good against. And there's no Calibrated Blast. Where the fuck is Calibrated Blast? Because I play against that shit all the time too, you know? So there's just so many random decks that Necromentia is good against, and I find that Magus is very narrow. Alright, correct. But, you know, if I was going into a room where I was playing against fucking 17 Amulet players, I would feel more inclined to be like, alright, well, let's get these guys. But Amulet's not really that big of a deck to me. Okay, so let's go... Let's attack first. Let's get in our attacks. Attacks are important. It's good magic right here to do 2 damage. That's 2 less Storm. It's a lot of less work we have to do. Alright, here we go. So now we go Gemstone Mine. So let's go Sacrifice. Bop, 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 song. Alright. So we have 1 land drop to make, which we'll do. And let's go. We can't auto-yield. Alright. So let's start off by getting an offer out on this. This is really good for us to get an offer now. Because we have to get... So we need to get... I don't actually know if we're going to be able to do this. Yeah, we can loop our entire deck, cast a bunch of offers, get an Engineered Explosives on 4, pop this. It's going to be hard, right? It's going to be hard, but we can do it. It is possible to do. All right, let's cast the Bauble. Okay. Yep. So now we sack this. Sack this. Cast Pentad Prism. Okay, done. Draw 2. Let this resolve. We don't want to force Pact of Negation this. Now we cast Engineering Explosives on 0. Trigger. We'll draw 2. And then we'll pack we'll pack this. Force Negation this. Alright. Draw 2. Okay. So now we cast Bauble. Draw 2. Bauble resolves. So now we go remove a charge counter. Remove a charge counter. Cast Pentad Prism. Bop. Bop. Done. Okay. Pentad Prism is in play. So now we want to cast a Surgical. We want to cast Surgical on our Misty. It doesn't matter what we cast it on. We'll cast it on Misty. Then we will draw 2. And then we're going to offer You Can't Refuse. So now we use a blue. We cast offer. Draw 2. That gets countered. So now we go blue, red, cast Pentad Prism. Done. Okay. We're going to need an endurance, so we're going to have to like loop our graveyard here. This is going to get weird, man. It's going to get weird. Alright, so now we're going to go... What card do we not want to draw? I guess we can just Pact. Cast Pact. Always yield. What do we got? We got 2 more lands. So we need to get an endurance here. Alright, here's an endurance. Now we cast endurance. Pitch this. Well, we have most of the lands in our hand at this point. I kind of want to save the surgical for after. Alright, so this resolves. We need to make sure we stack this shuffles in first. Right? So we want the endurance back in our deck. Now the endurance shuffles back in our deck. Now we cast Pact of Negation, Summoner's Pact. We get, we can get a Cantor for now. We'll get Wild Cantor because that's just a free cycle for. Okay, so let's see. None of these cards really matter. This matters because it's a green card we can pitch. So now we cast another Pact. And we get the Wild Cantor. Now we cast green. We cast the Wild Cantor. Draw 2. Now we're going to let the Cantor resolve. Now we're going to cast Surgical on Summoner's Pact. Pay 2. We're going to draw 2. Now we're going to Surgical Pact Negation that. Now we're going to Pact of Negation the Surgical again. Draw. Alright, there's an offer. So now we go offer the Pact of Negation. Alright, draw. So this gets countered. So now we want this to get countered. Now we can cast this. Draw 2. So now we use a blue here to offer. Draw. 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 So now we can sack this for a green. Cast the Cantor. Draw 2. Alright, there's our Grapeshot. Now we need to cast Endurance. Get rid of Song of Creation. Endurance comes down. I think actually we want to target this. And we want to sack our Baubles. Okay. We want to sack our Baubles. Okay. There's actually an offer you can't refuse there. So I'm going to surgical my surgicals to draw the offer. So we're going to draw the offer. And then we're going to offer the surgical with a blue. We almost got it here. Draw 2. So this gets countered. Surgical gets countered. The evoke happens. These cards get shuffled into our deck, right? Now we cast this. Draw 2. Now we're going to Pact of Negation it. Draw 2. Now we're going to offer the Pact. Blue. Draw 2. Sorry I'm not talking. I have a limited amount of time to do this. Okay, so we have 7 mana. We need 6 mana. We need to generate 1 more mana. We need 1 more offer you can't refuse. So 1 more offer, and then we got it. So let's do surgical on Pact of Negation. Pay 2. So we need, all right, here's the offer. You can't refuse on that. Okay. All right, so that gets countered. So we can pack this. We got that. We have the cancer. We have everything. All right, so that gets countered. So now we go white, black, red, blue, cast, engineer explosives, 1, 2, 3, 4, done. Draw 2 cards. All right, now we pop the explosives. Now we cast Grapeshot. Red, red. All right. Easy. Easy peasy. All right. That was an ordeal. Oh, they're making us click through. Love it. Love it. Trying to time us out. Trying to time us out. And yield to the turn. Okay. That was an experience. That was an experience. All right. This hand has no whatever. Let's not keep. This hand needs a lot of help, right? We need too much. I guess we're keeping this. We'll put back Summer's Pact and explosives. Yeah. You can't cast Endurance of the Treasures. Well, you could. You could. Alright, let's start off with a Visions. Alright, we are digging for exactly not that and not that. We are looking for exactly... Yeah, you wouldn't get them back. They would. Then you could do like 4 gut shots on an endurance. It gets weird, man. Cavern Souls, Elementals. Okay. Oh, motherfucker. We're gonna have to kill this thing too. So this thing blanks Grapeshot, so we have to kill this. Okay, so let's cast this. Let's bauble ourselves. Let's see if we're drawing. We're not drawing. Let's crack for green forest. And let's go 1, 2. I'm trying to keep my life total nice and high because we're going to take a beating. This is either slivers or elementals or something weird, and they're going to hurt us. They're going to try and hurt us. Oh, hello, Song of Creation. Hello. Okay. So, let's think. Let us think. If we cast the Song of Creation, we just discard our whole hand. I'm going to wait till their turn. We need a little bit of juice here, right? We're going to wait a turn. We're going to wait here a turn. Maybe this is wrong, but we're going to probably Pact of Negation whatever they do and then offer it so we can have some mana. That seems kind of dumb. Yeah, we just need one, any spell. Any spell to, like, go off to the races here. Like, one spell we will pop the fuck off. Elemental, 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 Risen Reef. This spell can't be countered. We could go pop, pop, but I don't think we need to. This spell can't be countered, so let's let it not be countered. Alright. So we will crack this. We will get a red land. And we will just any spell. Okay. No, not that one. 1, 2, 3, 1. Cast the Serum Visions. Pact it. Pact it. We could draw land. We get 6 straws to hit 1 land. And then we can play another land. We just need a blue. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, here we go. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Remove a counter. Cast Song of the Creation. Don't do this. Don't have anything. Okay. So now we remove a counter. We cast Serum Visions. Draw 2. What is this? What are you doing? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Draw 2. Okay, now we're off. Now we are off to the races. So we need this to resolve. We need this to actually resolve. So this resolves. We draw 2. Alright, there's the lands we need. And we're gonna go. Bottom. Okay, so there's a bunch of lands. So let's get the mana first out of the deck. Play the land. Let's get the mana out of the deck. Okay. So, that's a good place to start. So now we have to Gutshot the Unsettled Mariner. Okay, we Gutshot the Unsettled Mariner. Alright, so... oh no, I needed to... Fuck. Fuck. Guess I need to pay for this. Because I want to Pact of Negation this. Oh well, we'll figure something out. No, fuck. I fucked this up. I really fucked this up. Will I find another spell off the next 2 thing? Probably, right? I just need a green card or a spell. I guess I just pay. Yes. Draw 2. Alright. Pack this. Draw 2. Offer the pact. Draw 2. Okay. So now we get the 2 blue. Now we're gonna pack this. Right. Okay. So this gets pacted. That gets pacted. That's fine. That gets pacted. So now I think we endurance ourselves. Oh, I guess we could play the Bauble for free, right? Bauble's free before we go off. Play the Bauble. We can play this with this. This is free. Play this. Cast this pact. Draw 2. Make a blue mana. Counter it. Exile Song of Creation. Draw 2 cards. Put this in play. Target ourselves. Evoke. We dodged a Solitude there, which is like a big game. Like if they had a Solitude there, we'd be in some trouble. I should have put the Bauble back in the deck. Alright, so we have to kill this thing, or we won't be able to kill them. So we need a bunch of mana to kill this, and then kill them. So let's go Summoner's Pact, cast, draw. We're going to get Wild Cantor here. Just because it's a slight. I guess we could just get the endurance and get the endurance. Okay, so now we're going to go. What are we going to do? We're going to draw a card on ourselves here. We're drawing Wild Cantor. So we'll play Bauble. Draw. I guess we can pack the Bauble. I might as well just pack the Bauble. Draw. I guess we could cast another Pact. Draw. We're just looking for Pact the Pact. Draw. Okay, so let's go offer you can't refuse on the Pact of Negation. Draw. Okay, so that resolves. So this resolves. We'll get the endurance. So I guess we will. Think they'll gutshot us eventually. We need explosives on 2. So this resolves. So now we go Cantor. Well, I gotta pay a bunch of mana. Alright, so this resolves. There's like a million ways we could do it, right? I guess double gutshotting we go to 1. So let's cast this. Draw. Use a blue. Offer. Alright. So we go gutshot, pay, go to 2. Then we have, alright. So gutshot this, pay 2. Draw 2. I will pay 1. Yes. Draw 2. Let the gutshot resolve. Now we will gutshot you. Pay 2. Okay. Pay. Gutshot the guy. And then red. Blah. I just kind of get in this like weird tunnel vision of just casting spells. It's just like, oh, I just want to generate a bunch of mana and then go from there. So what do we want? What do we want? Do we want Mine Collapse to probably kill Teferi? I don't know. We need Teferi to die. It's important to have Teferi dead. So they're going to be playing Teferis and stuff in their deck. So, yeah, Mine Collapse is pretty sick, right? I guess we don't need the Surgical. Maybe we play a Snapback instead of a Gutshot. And we'll cut this. And we'll call it a day. We just need to kill 5 minutes of fairies. Boy, this hand is a lot of mulligan this. Okay. Is this hand keepable? I guess we have a bunch of dig in this hand. We'll keep. Put back the Summoner's Pact. We have a bunch of dig in this hand, which is important in this deck. You're just digging. Alright, let's start off with an island into Serum Visions. And we're going to try and save this for a minute. Holy fuck, what a draw. Alright, top. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's about as good as we could ask for. We save the Bauble. Elemental. Okay. So now we're going to go Pentad Prism. Pop. Done. Okay. The literal nuts. Indeed, the literal nuts. Impulse seems like... The problem with Impulse is that you can't use it during your combo. Like, it's kind of dead during the combo. So maybe Impulse shouldn't be here. Okay, so... do we just go for it? What could they have? They could have a Leyline Binding, but we have